AI agentic kind of applications, and this is a database that you could totally bet on. So again, I think it's probably best to hear this from a customer. To do that, I have the immense pleasure to welcome Shiv Vaithyanathan, VP of Platform AI Engineering at Adobe. Shiv, welcome here.
Thank you very much.
Shiv, what a pleasure to have you here. Perhaps to begin with, if you could introduce yourself and tell us what Adobe is doing, what's your line of work at Adobe, perhaps paint that picture, please.
First of all, thank you very much, Shirish, for having me here. So being on stage over here with you reminds me a little bit of what I do every day at Adobe. We help brands have one-on-one conversations with their customers. There is an audience today, but I am not talking quite the same way to them as I am talking to you. And that's exactly what brands want to do. Have these one-on-one conversations with individuals so that it is just them and you in that one room. But to scale this in a way in which it can be done to millions, the brands need to make millions of decisions every single second. They need to figure out who to talk to, when to reach out, and how to do it in a way that feels truly personal. And because it quickly adds up, a lot of our customers have millions of customers themselves. It quickly adds up, and we end up making billions of decisions every single day.
It's a noble mission, and I'm pretty sure it's a very difficult one, especially for the data engineering aspects of it. I know that you depend upon Azure databases, thank you so much, and you also run a lot of your applications on Cosmos DB. Perhaps if you could just dive in a little bit as to how Cosmos DB kind of surfaces in this solution.
So, as you know, you've been working with us for several years now. Cosmos DB is the workhorse for this personalization at scale. Across thousands of our customers today, we manage about 35 billion consumer profiles. And for these 35 billion consumer profiles, we end up delivering hundreds of billions of engagements in real time. Adobe and Microsoft together, we are making this personal interaction and personalization at scale truly personal.
Wow. Now, that's remarkable, and I'm pretty sure, again, this is not an easy task when you have that kind of an engagement here. When you're talking about this, one of the things that really comes to my mind, and a lot of customers talk to me and ask me this, they have a situation where they have multiple tenants, and they want to ensure that every tenant is secure. It basically has all the performance that each tenant needs, but it comes at the cost. They are worried that it's very pricey, let alone all the challenges of managing fleets of such accounts, really a significant number of things that they need to go look into and all that stuff. You run one such platform. That's exactly the kind of problem that you look at, and you've dealt it very successfully with. Could you talk us through as to how you basically went about solving that?
Absolutely. So, very true. Okay. To give you a little bit of a perspective on the scale that we deal with right now, we run about 10,000 Cosmos DB active accounts, one for each customer environment. Now, because of the nature of our business, we have to handle these pretty significant events like Super Bowl Sunday or Black Friday, and these are spread out during the year, and they have for individual customers. We cannot afford to have and during those days, the volume goes up an order of magnitude. So we therefore cannot have all Cosmos DB accounts throttled to the highest level. If we did that, it would be untenable. Okay, that's exactly where Cosmos DB Fleets comes into play. With Cosmos DB Fleets, we are able to go ahead and manage our capacity across these thousands of databases that we manage in the backend, making sure that we have full security isolation, which is critical for us. At the same time, be able to manage the performance and making sure it is cost effective. Particularly in this fast data world that we live in personalization, where AI, particularly with AI right now, Cosmos DB Fleet allows us to be able to do this in real time.
That's great to hear. Cosmos Fleets is the answer, folks. Whoever asked for me for the security as well, performance as well as the cost effectiveness, while making sure it's easier to manage. So, you've covered a lot of ground here. Thank you so much, Shiv. So, perhaps, now at this point, if you could tell us what's next, where is Adobe headed towards, and what's your vision?
We, like you and everybody else, want to provide AI-driven experiences to all our customers. Okay? And as part of these AI-driven customer experiences, we believe that conversation is the way to go. And for this one-on-one personalization that we provide with consumers, the conversation-driven is not just only for consumers, it's also for marketers on the platform. And therefore, we are working with Microsoft today to bring Adobe Marketing Agent to Copilot 365, and there'll be more of that announcement here in the particular conference.
Thank you so very much, Shiv. You're really a pleasure to have you here and explain all these things directly, hearing from your customer like you and hearing from such a great scenario from such a great company like Adobe is definitely very helpful for us. So please, folks, please put your hands together and give Shiv a good applause here. Thank you, Shiv.